Good morning, everyone. It is 10:08 a.m. I did a video prior, I think at 9:37. Uh, did a nice trade. I wanted to keep a smaller video, did that. I went back to my other account and I X'd my daily goal. That was pretty fast. So there's a lot of opportunity in this today. It's going to be volatile. It's it has its moments where the market will shoot up or shoot down. So make sure that you're using if you're trading, maybe lower the amount of contracts that you're normally using. And I like to keep my targets and my stops static. So in other words, I use a 10 tick stop with a 20 tick target. And I won't enter a trade unless I'm thinking I can make, 10 ticks. Or it's not going to blast down past 10 ticks. So I want to at least make a 1-to-1 ratio. If not, then I'll just lift my stop up and always keep my my risk at an even keel, regardless of where it is. Now a target I'll let run, and I'll decrease my risk by lifting my stop up. I'll never trade without a stop. Once I hit the order, the stop is already placed. It's called an OCO bracket. When one order hits, the other ones cancel. All right? If I raise the stop up, if I'm bullish and I'm raising the stop up, I'll never bring it down. I'll take the L because that's my calculations. When I'm trading, I'm looking at a bunch of things. More importantly, I'm looking at the profit and loss, the P&L. I'm looking to preserve the capital. All right, I trade with my own cash, my own money. I'm not in a prop firm. I'm not using other people's money. It's my own. So if you want to remain in the game, you have to have solid risk reward. So I'm back to creating videos, which is less stressful. I'm using the micros, so I'm able to talk it out. So we're still above the low. I mean, we're right in the middle of the profile, I would think. If we're taking a look at this profile, and this is today. Around here, And when I trade, it's not to the specific tick. I average things out because I'm not a mathematician. I am high IQ from what they would say from when I was tested, but that doesn't mean anything. You don't have to have an high IQ to actually trade. You have to rationalize. $191 at 89.5. It's a little. Now take a look at these. And this is important. And I'll open this up a little bit. See if we could. What's going on here? Anyway, bunch of a negative patch of delta here. Delta became more negative the higher up we went in the price action, not lower. So this can mean, a bunch of things. This can mean a couple of things. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take a look at the delta. I'm not taking a look at any of the numbers here. I have an idea of where the price action is going to end up, where there's going to be an opportunity to take a trade. When you have negative or you have aggressive selling coming in and it goes away, you see what happened? You have buyers come in. So take a look at this profile right here. Right in here, this little area, we had a bunch of positive delta. You see this number? Here's where the most volume happened. And this candle is 90. If we go to the left, we see we had resistance there. We had, well, actually support. Resistance came up to about here, and then we had support. All right, so this is a significant number. One tick below. Look what's going on over there. You have the negative delta. Okay? So these were actually buyers coming in. You see, the buyers making its way for the buyers to come in. So the buyers overpowered that negative delta. If we come up, I'll show you what another example. Right now, there's no buying imbalances or anything like that. They're just trading. It's two-way trading. Both numbers are coming up and down. Positive delta here. Do we stay above it? Do we come back down? Do we see any negative delta coming in? All right, so this came up a little bit. See, now buyers are starting to come in. All the negative delta or all the aggressive sellers started going away, right? They're being met by buyers. Remember, when you're buying, you're hitting this side of the profile, right? To buy, you got to lift the offer. To sell, you got to drop the bid. Okay, just remember that. All right, the significant number right below we got support again, and we just dropped the support. You see, all these sellers came in. Now I'm looking at this side, still keeping track of where my stop is. All right, great. If I see these numbers start decreasing, where I'm gonna possibly take a loss or take my full loss, I'm gonna continue to move my stop up to save some money, to save, I don't have to take, if you don't have to take the full loss, don't take the full loss. You're going to take a loss. You're going to take it. Might as well take a small loss, not a big loss, right? All this negative delta, and we're holding support. So where are we holding it? About this number. Where's this number? It's back here again. All right. This is all this negative delta, yet we're still pushing up. I wouldn't have FOMO. I'm not going into this trade yet. I want to see a breakout if I'm going to go through. If we get a good push of buying in here, where this turns, these numbers start increasing, now I'm going to start thinking about where's my entry. What I'm thinking about right now. I've been watching, watching Orderflow for numbers like this over 10 years. It doesn't excite me. This is just normal. It seems like a lot of work to learn. It really isn't. You just need to, for new folks want to learn how to do this, get numbers. I'm not looking at this candle here. This is nice. It's a nice visual to find out where we are. It started in where the wick saw tails. That's good. $96 to $85. That's 11 points. All right, that's big money. That's like $600. 11 points if you're trading a mini. 11. It's $550 if you're trading a mini. It's $55 candle if you're trading the micro. Preserve issue stops. You see how we're just take a look at the speed of when they're coming in. That too. Got it. Now I'm taking a look. All right, do I want to go long? Well, no, because I don't want to go long yet. See what happened right there? You'd be in the hole right now. If you went long right there, you're down a point. All right. We're looking at what's established. I want to look at all of the price action in here. This is very, very anemic, meaning weak up here. So really didn't take much to push the price action down. You're taking a look at the, there's no imbalances. So you sit on your hands. I go, what else can you do? Well, take a look at the profile. Take a look at this profile right here. You got a point of control right here, right? It was pretty going up. You had a lot of buying. If you take a look here, bigger numbers. You see these small 2-digit numbers? These are 3-digit numbers. Okay. You want to take a look at everything. You want to take a look at the whole picture, right? You also want to keep right now, you know, the world is, I mean, there's a lot of things going on in the world right now. So anything, you know, positive news could spike it up. Negative news could spike it down. If you're not trading with stops, and also positions not to have anything on also. I mean, you don't have to trade every day. Especially when you think that, you know, it's too volatile for you to trade. It's, you know, maybe your style is better at a not as much volatility. You have to know the environment in which you're trading it. I scalp, you know. So hitting the lows right now, you know, with a low of the previous candle low, all right, or the previous candle low. And see if we could hold it there. See if we're building the same amount of delta here. Take a look. We had 70. You had 78 buyers here. So these sellers here are getting trapped out a little bit. Buyers started coming back in, so it's two-way trading. And there's a way we could come down now. There you go. These sellers are trapped. These sellers are trapped. So you just had it right here. Is where we had a big order come in, right? Came down. Now it's going to try to push it back up again. We can make another shot down. Let's see. Right at that bottom. Previous bottom was right here at this candle at 9:30 at the open. Okay, so let's just take this through. Right about there. About 9:30. Now we're below that. A significant number. If you take a look, the POC is right here. You see that? We're above it. We're above the low of the 9:30 candle. There's a lot of buying and selling up in here. Doesn't mean we could come back down again. This little number here is the looks like it doesn't fit in this number. So let's take a look at this. This is 82 even. All right, there wasn't much. We kind of like jumped over that. You got buyers again. These sellers were trapped here. Take a look at this number. 10 went about 20 right here. So you got a little burst right above here. Makes sense? Because these sellers were trapped at the beginning. So I want to be above all this if I'm going to go take a long, if I want to go long here. I don't want to go long. Right now, well, we are above the VWAP. We're below the 9 EMA. Building a little value right in this area here. Okay, a little bit. If we take a look at the profile, 96.25, 98.75. 83. Building a little bit of support here. Right between these point of controls, I would be looking for a very small gain there. Maybe a 1-to-1, let's see. We just, buyers are getting trapped. All right, I'll take it. That's a 1.5 right there. Starting to build a little lip right here, a little ledge, I call it. Come up, come back down. Right now we're in a divergence, negative delta. We have a positive candle, and this is actually a bullish candle, okay? Why is it bullish? It's bullish because we're closed, well, we're closing, or last, is above 50% of this candle. So if we just, and don't have to be perfect, where's 50%? I say 50% is about right here. As long as we stay above here, you know, I'm going to think this is, this price action here is bullish in a sense of scalping, not higher lows, lower highs. I'm talking about, you know, where I'm at, thinking that maybe we could go higher from here. Bullish, you know, for my trading. So now we have, you see what happened here? We had a divergence. We had a divergence of buyers. Now this here, this here is a bearish candle. We're below 50. All right. Now take a look at this. You get a point of control here. You're building a lot of selling imbalances. Point of control dropped. So I'm going to go long right there. We're going to hit small numbers here. We got a divergence. I think we still look good. There was hardly very small amounts of delta in here. So all we need is buyers to come in, to overpower that. I'm going to go to break even. That's fine. Didn't like that. Didn't like the action. Slowing down. Got to think. Think we have. There's the push. We're going to hit that again. I'm going to do it right here, though. Got a lot of buying and selling in here right now. Let's go back to that ledge. Had a bunch of buyers in here. Now let's see if we have an opportunity to lower our entry if you're still bullish. I mean, you may not be. I'm not bullish. I'm just scalping. You know, obviously we're, you know, we're in an area that we can make some money. You know, 10-point range. At some point, buyers are going to come in. You want to be there. This is a very small number, actually. I don't like the price action at all. Let's see if got a couple of selling imbalances. These numbers are very, very small. I have a feeling we're going to make another pop down because there's really nothing here. All right, so we filled those. All right, I think we're going to have buyers coming back in. $33, 144, 146. Not much. Only had 10. 72, 25, 75, 75, 80, 82, 3. Okay. So let's take a look at this number here, 83.50. Unfinished business here. When I mean unfinished, we don't, the auction has not properly closed or finished. It did here. You see 0 came back? Over here, 3 came back. From the buyers, 3 came back. Now we're not. You see here? Right at the VWAP. So at the VWAP, retail is probably going to want to bounce off of this. But you see what happens? All right. So if you were long here, and it looks like, you had some buyers come back in here, but then the sellers overpowered it. And who's that? That's the commercial. That's the bigger money. That's the ones that we want to follow. I want to follow it. I want to follow these guys. Could it be a shake and bake? They know that they had buyers right here with it shows right in here. Buyers with limit orders. Yeah, you got buying coming in right here. Aggressive buying. I don't want to catch a falling knife. We have 14,000. We have a lot of negative delta here. Take a look below. 14,000 on the volume. Volume's picking up pretty fast. You get 14.4, 14.5. Pretty fast. Under consideration also. And we take a look at not only the volume, but how fast or slow the volume is coming in. There's a lot of things that you got to keep in your head. Looking at steps in the profile. We're looking at lows. This is looking good here. All right. So now, is the commercial, see the way commercial came right back in here? Do we lose this, drop back down, come back? POC just moved up. Very small numbers. I'm looking at the delta right now. There you go, right here. Buyers just got trapped. They're coming back in now. And I'm long. I'm okay with that. Buyers are coming in. Buyers are coming in. Sellers aren't. We got buyers in. We're going to take small hits. Think we could get here. It may take a little bit of heat. We'll see. We got the buyers in. A little selling came in here. We'll see. Yell. That's okay. And again. Right by. See, they're just playing around. Small numbers. That's all right. I don't want to miss my entry. This actually looks very good for me. See how we just came back down to do that last sweep? We're sweeping it again. So we come back up. You got the VWAP. So they could push this actually very high right now. We had that little bit of bounce. Nobody wanted to buy or sell, so they're going to come up. They're going to see if we get any buyers. Got a pretty decent area of where we're going to see some resistance. We got a bunch of sellers here, buyers here. All right. I want to come up here. Looks like we're building a pretty decent bunch of delta, and we're holding above the entry. That looks good. And make another push down. That's fine. I'm thinking about support right about here. Now remember, there's news coming out right now with this conflict that we're having, on this war. We're building a lot of delta up here, and we're staying there. A couple of buying imbalances. That looks good. All right, we're pretty much even. Didn't get any buyers coming back. It doesn't mean we're not going to make another push up. We can. Let's see. Let's see if we go to triple digits here. So that they're hitting it and they're quitting it. So I think we have another pop up. And this is the one that I think we could actually move. Let's go about right here. That's good. All right, we have 25 minutes on this video. I think we got a lot of information on here. Overall, pretty good. Pretty good session. You guys like this kind of content, unscripted, happening right now, happening in the now. I've been taking a look at some videos from other creators. I guess I'm a creator now, right? But I pretty much just journal my own trades regardless, and I review them. And I review them more than once. So, after the day's over, if I have an hour or two, I'll just review and see what I did right, what I did wrong, how I could improve. I didn't have this type of stuff, content when I was coming up. We didn't even have like these great platforms. I mean, the platforms we had were very blocky, you know, and things were expensive to put trades on. Now, commissions came down. You can make money. Even with the micros, you can make money if you compound. And maybe I'll make a video on how I compound using the micros. And you can make a decent living actually from the micros. You don't have to go to the minis. You don't. But you have to be consistent in your trading. And you can't have FOMO, fear of missing out. Remember, the next trade is just a click away. And I usually do these little, I'm going to call it rants, but more, it worked for me, and trading's been very good to me. And this is the reason why the content is free here. I want you guys to learn, even if you do this part-time. When you scalp, there's always going to be a trade. You don't have to sit at your desk, for 8 hours and look for a swing or whatever. You get in there, you make a couple of bucks. You can lose a couple of bucks, but, you want to be on the winning side. We took a loss, right? And we came back. We made it back. More, actually more. Yeah, we're up. We're up today. Not bad. 27 minutes, and we made some money. So that's it. If you like this type of content, please like, subscribe, and comment. If you comment, I'll get back to you. If you watch the video to the end, I appreciate it. All adds up. I mean, it's an algorithm that I'm learning about now with YouTube. And if I can monetize the channel, I'll start trading micros, but multiple contracts. And when you trade multiple contracts, it's a completely different ballgame. All right. So that's it. I got a few things to do, but I'll come back. I'll monitor the market and I'll come back. But so far, it's been a great day for Steve Trader 66. I hope your day is going great as well. All right. Talk to you later. See you on the next one.